Hi, my name's Tim Johnson. A few videos ago I was talking about my interest in early man, in primordial man and ancient cultures, and the lessons we could bring into our modern world that can improve and strengthen our lives immeasurably. And that's something I've done over the past 3 years of my sobriety now, and I'm still doing today and still learning from today. But I'm going to share with you in today's video 3 amazing things, some you may know already, which have come from these past cultures, particularly from primordial man, that science is now unequivocally proving to be absolutely correct and having amazing effects on your body and your mind, which in sobriety and in general life is really important. And as I made the video, happy, healthy and strong, these 3 things are certainly now the most important factors in my life: happy, healthy and strong, and that's what I wish for those I love. And these 3 things, they're not easy. That you need to maybe phase them into your already probably busy lives, and phase them in slowly. Some of you might want to take them in a great chunk, but I can promise you that each one of these 3 things will change your life for the better. There's no question about that, as they have mine and continue to do so. The first is based around diet. Now, before you sort of switch off and say, oh, I've heard it all, diet, does that mean? There's so many fad diets out there. Everything from now the very trendy paleo diet, the Atkins diet, as there was, low carb, high protein, low protein, vegan, vegetarian, plant-based, all these diets that are floating around that people will, flog to you, if you like. And generally you'll find that many of them are, basically just money-making schemes. I'm not saying they don't work, and before I get a barrage of abuse, I know that in some in some circumstances what you're aiming for, some of these diets will work for certain things. But if you want the diet that we evolved to eat, the diet that our body is most suited to, and certainly will make you lose weight, gain muscle, have massive energy, elevate your mood on a constant level. There'll be no dips and troughs and highs and lows. You'll be on that constant sort of high energy, high happiness plane on this diet. It takes some doing, but here's the lesson that I've learned. If you look back at early man, he was a hunter-gatherer. And hunter-gatherers, obviously he hunted wild animals. Now, it wasn't the case that obviously they got those wild animals or killed them every day. So there was gaps in between. So they infrequently ate meat. It was in their diet. There's no doubt about it being in the diet, but it wasn't something that they ate every day. It was something that they considered to be a luxury when they caught what they were after. And in the meantime, they ate predominantly seeds, nuts and plant-based foods, and that type of thing, natural foods. What they didn't eat, of course, was the chemical shit that we're fed today by major food companies, which is addictive, carcinogenic in many cases, and will make you depressed and low energy. So basically my first rule is, yes, meat, eat it. I mean, I eat poultry 3 times a week, or maybe sometimes 4 times a week if I've done a lot of exercise. So white meat and fish, but only 2 or 3 times a week. The rest of the time I eat a balanced diet with plenty of greens in it, plenty of fresh vegetables, plenty of seeds and nuts, things like pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, cashew nuts, almonds, Brazil nuts, they're all amazing for you. And carbohydrate wise, you need carbohydrate. Whatever anyone tells you about carbohydrates, you need them. And I get those carbohydrates from generally things like quinoa, brown rice, that type of things, whole grain. I don't eat anything that is processed, nothing processed at all. No refined sugar. I try to avoid bread, gluten if I can, but if I eat gluten, it's not the end of the world. I try to avoid dairy wherever I can. But again, if I have a bit of milk in my tea or whatever, that's not the end of the world. But and that's my basic diet. And what I do is I do something called intermittent fasting as well, which is brilliant for the body. It cleans all the cells. So what I eat, well, the last time I eat my main meal is at 5 o'clock at night, and I don't have my breakfast, which is generally a porridge, oats, that type of thing, until 9 o'clock in the morning. So I have that gap where no food enters my body. And this diet has worked wonders for me. It has given me energy, helped me exercise, made me lose weight. But most importantly, with the issues that I had, I don't get black moods anymore. I don't get pits and troughs of moods. I'm on a constant elevated, high is the wrong word, but constantly elevated, peaceful happiness, inner happiness. So that's diet. So that's one thing we learn. Secondly, exercise. The reason that primordial man survived and became, survived against the animal race and took control, if you like, of this planet was because two things really. He had amazing problem-solving skills, was able to solve problems and deal with them and move forward. But also he had amazing endurance, and this is what we don't realize we've got. We have a fantastic depths, and this is to do with exercise. If you look at the way they move, they moved for many, many miles, hunting animals. They moved a generally fast walking or just very slow jogging pace, and they had sudden bursts of massive cardio activity, either fight or flight if they were being chased, to save their lives, or chasing and trying to hunt down a particular animal. But they have what people don't realize is man has more endurance than almost any other animal on earth. And when we exercise, we tend to exercise incorrectly. I found the finest form of exercise for building cardio fitness, and I've had this tested on myself. It's something I do, is walking correctly at a good pace, your 10 to 15,000 steps, much more if you can, holding your back straight, clenching your core muscles and walking sort of erect with shoulders back, head back, and breathing correctly as you're walking. And then building into that workout fast bursts of cardio activity. So finding a hill and doing 5, 10, 15 minutes, if you like, of frenetic cardio activity a day will bring you better VO2 max than running does. You'll get fitter quicker because it's what we're built to do. We're built for endurance and long endurance and fast bursts of cardio work. And I also recommend calisthenic training, using your own body weight, push-ups, that type of push-ups, pull-ups, planking, definitely for strength. And that's my exercise tips, and that again is what you've evolved to do. The third tip is grounding. Grounding in science now is causing massive waves, because there's been 21 major studies on grounding, or earthing as people call it. It's only in the 70s or 80s, I think it was, that training shoes, rubber soles were invented, where we lost our connection totally with the earth and the earth's magnetic pull. There is negative ions that come from the earth, positive ions above us. When we connect to the earth with bare feet, the best way, on grass or sand, or even concrete on bare feet, if you're gonna activate earthing. And these scientifically proven thing. 21 results say that after 2 hours, all the inflammatory markers in the body change significantly, reduce significantly, which helps every illness you can possibly think of, but particularly pain. Pain reduces massively. Mood increases massively. Sleep becomes much easier, much deeper, and much healthier. Look it up, innumerable benefits. Again, we learned this from our ancestors, connection to the earth. As we become disconnected ourselves, we become disconnected with the earth as well. And it's essential. Now, I do this, and I know in busy lives, and I know in freezing winters, you're going to say, I can't go out and barefoot, this, that, and the other. But you need to try and walk on grass if you can. Even if it's just for 20 minutes to half an hour a day, you'll get massive benefits from it. Or just sitting outside. And obviously spring and summer is the best time to be doing that. But I'm sure you could find a bit of bravery in the winter, because cold is brilliant for you as well. It'll help your immune system immeasurably. But that's another subject which we'll come on to in another video. So yeah, all those 3 things, you may have heard of them, you may be using them, but I use them on a daily basis, and I've never been fitter, healthier, stronger, happier in my life. And if you can build some of them into your diet and build them slowly into your diet, those things, and build that exercise in and the grounding in, those 3 things will help you immeasurably. Anyway, I hope that's been of some use. It's a bit different, today's one, but you know, I like to share these things when I find them out, if you like. Carpe Diem, seize the day. Please make today the day you change. Much love to everyone watching. Please subscribe, please like, please share the videos if they're any use to you, or you think they may be for someone else. Bye-bye.